Hey, what is up, squad? Tito Woods here. And today, before we do our MEE against Kingdom 2, I'm going to give you just a little bit of information. Now, this is a content for new players or free-to-play players that really wants to know what is the best route to go if you are a free-to-play player, if you want to be a little bit more successful in the game, and what heroes and lineups to pick so that you can still get that competitiveness in the battlefield, in the arena, and every event that is available in the game. So in this video, I'm going to give you the roadmap for your heroes that you must or you should pick if you want to be successful as a free-to-play player. Now, I have two routes or roadmaps wherein you can be successful as a free-to-play player, wherein you can actually experience success using these marches, these heroes, and in this particular setups. Now, in this video, I only will give you just one of these two lineups, and I will do another video for the other one. So this video, for those of you guys who already know what I'm talking about, is going to be focused on the Warrior Cavalry March lineup. This is for free-to-play players, so everything here we're going to talk about is for free-to-play players and beginners. So if you are a new player and you are still not sure what to pick or what heroes to focus on, I think this is a good video for you guys. Before anything else, slap that like button and drag this video out to your friends. And since 78% of you guys watching are not yet subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do so. We also have our tip link here on screen. You can leave a message or comment on that so I can answer or recognize your message on our next video. We now have our super chat and super thanks, and if you want to be a member of the channel, you can get perks like custom icons, custom emotes, and enjoy members only content. And with that, let's go back to topic. So let's begin this one for season 1. Now let's start with the hero lineups. So in season 1, this is what's going to be available for you. So if you are picking, as I've said, a Warrior Cavalry March, which is I think the best and number one lineup for free-to-play players. So in season 1, the most available heroes for you guys to get is actually Guan. Then you also have Rani and Attila. Now, if in any event that you cannot get Rani to be on this lineup, you can either use your Harald in this one or in this march, or you can also use another hero, which is your Darius the Great. So you can get your Guan through the hero arrival, wherein you can get your tokens there and you can unlock Guan that way. I don't recommend you guys to be using any of your universal hero medals on Guan or Harald. So you can both get these two heroes in the tavern, and your Attila, you can acquire Attila in your Advent Wheel. So on your Advent Wheel, you can get your Attila, maybe you can unlock him, or maybe you can get at least like 20 hero or 20 spins per availability of Attila in the Advent spin. So as I've said, only 20 spin is actually good as long as you get Attila until the end of the season. So in the first ever Advent event, when Attila is available, go get him and then maybe spin up to just 20 or 60 if you have Empire coins. So in that case, you're going to have less Empire coins use and more hero medals that you can get for your Attila. For Harald and Guan you don't really need to max them out. So Guan is a little bit hard to level up when it comes to his stars because he is a tavern hero. Also same goes for Harald. But Guan you can also use him in the second season while you are waiting for the next available hero. But in this case, in season 1, you can use this lineup if you cannot get Rani, because sometimes there are events that you can get Rani as a free-to-play player, but you cannot really get him right now, I think, with the availability of her in the daily chest. So I don't think you can get her as a free-to-play player, but this is actually how you can go if you are a free-to-play player. Now, if we're talking about the skills, so for me, on your Guan the skills that you want to get for him, if you want to get a legendary skills, which I think I suggest or recommend, is to get your legendary skills for your Guan because you're going to use Guan also in the second season. Your Fatal Blow, number 1. You can also get your critical insight on your Guan and it will really help this march. Or if you are still lacking in damage and you want more damage, you can go for the weak spot while you are still waiting for your Lubu. So either Fatal Blow and Critical Insight or Fatal Blow and weak spot. But hear me out. You're going to need the Critical Insight and Fatal Blow once your Lubu hits the Advent in season 2. So I think it's safe to say you get at least Fatal Blow and Critical Insight. But while you are waiting for the Critical Insight, the best way to go is Fatal Blow and Armor Piercer. Now once you have the availability of your second legendary skill, you go for the Critical Insight instead. That's my recommendation. So Fatal Blow plus Critical Insight. But if you can still get one more skill, you can go for Weak Spot. Now on your Harald, the best skill to go is to really not spend anything on your Harald. You can go for the Crashing Boulder and Armor Piercer while you are still waiting for a hero. But if you want to spend your hero medals here, or your hero skill medals, and you still have a reset and you really want to use this hero, I think the best way to go here is to get the High Spirit plus the Armor Piercer, because your Harald skills, this one is actually a good one. This deals my damage to the enemy, number 1, plus it increases the damage of your commander's customizable active and secondary strike skill, which is your Fatal Blow. And if you are also using your weak spot, it will actually also increase that damage. Now, another thing is with your Attila, I think it's safe to say that you get both your Warrior Sim and Critical Insight early on, so focus on these ones, and you can max them out. So these are the only skills that I want you guys to spend your skill scrolls on the early stages, so that you don't really need to, or you can avoid using skill scrolls on the other heroes that you don't really need to upgrade. So your Guan Yu can also be upgraded when you are using your skill scrolls, but I suggest that you get it on your Fatal Blow and Critical Insight, as I've said. But don't spend any skill scrolls on your Harald, because you're not going to need him that long. Now, if in any case that you get your Rani going on here, and you're using Rani, the skills that you want to get for your Rani is Warrior Sim also and King's Blade. So those are the two things that you are going to use. You can use this also if you have your Rani. You can use her with your Lubu instead of Guan Yu. So in the second season, if you have Rani, what you can do is a Lubu, a Rani, and then an Attila instead of your Guan Yu. Now, for the rings in season 1, what I want you to focus is to get still your Ring of Daisy, because you're going to need this for your Lubu. So get your Ring of Daisy for your blue ring and invest on that. Now, the second ring I want you to get is the Ring of Nightwolf. Now, if you are able to get a Ring of Nightwolf, it will be really better for this March. You can use this all throughout the season, so this is also a good investment. Now, the last ring that I want you to get is to acquire Tranquil Water. This is the only legendary ring that I want you to get for this March. And you don't really need to max it out, just level 10 maybe, it's okay. So as I've said, you get one blue ring, which is the Ring of Daisy. We're going to use that later on Lubu. Also, Ring of Nightwolf and the Ring of Tranquil Water. Those are the rings that I want you guys to focus on. If you don't have the Tranquil Water, the next one to get is actually the Ring of Clover. But Tranquil Water is way better than the Ring of Clover, unless it's a rally. So in the rally, Ring of Clover is better than Ring of Tranquil. But I want you guys to focus the blue Ring of Daisy first. Once you get that max out, maybe you can get the Ring of Clover. But yeah, just focus on the Ring of Daisy for now. You can also use the Ring of Daisy on Guan Yu. And then your Ring of Nightwolf maybe on your second hero here. May it be Rani, may it be Harald, or Darius. Then your Attila can also get your Tranquil here or Ring of Clover. So I always want you guys to have at least one defensive ring. That will really help your March. Now on Season 2, you're going to get now your Lubu. So Lubu is going to be available in Season 2. If you're using a Guan Yu and an Attila, I want you guys to still use the same skills that I have chosen for you guys earlier. And here, these are the skills that you want. You want your Reaper Tiger and your weak spot for your Lubu, nothing else. Those are the skills that you want to get for your Lubu. Now also, I want you guys to get the Gallant. Now this is the combination if you have your Guan Yu with you. But if you're using a Rani, you can use the same skill as I've said earlier for Rani, but you want your Attila on the second slot and then your Rani on the third slot, because your Rani skill will really help out, like this one, on the next hero. And also, having that said, on the customizable skills, the Warrior Hero will also help your Lubu out. So with your Attila, you can still use the Warrior Sim so that every time Rani will crit, your Lubu will still benefit on the chances of damage on his customizable skills. So the thing that I didn't mention is your Mercenary. So there are only 2 mercenaries I want you to get. The number 1 priority is for me the Camel Rider. Now if you cannot get the Camel Rider and you already gotten the Indian Battle Elephant, that's okay. But for me, Camel Rider tops this 2. So those are the only 2 lineups that I want you to get until you get your hands on either Timur or your Zhao Yun. Now the thing is, if this is going to be your long-term lineup, as I've said, you must get this ring, this one also, and then the ring here should be your Ring of Nightwolf. Now for Lubu, these are the gems that you want to get. So I always want to get at least 3 of this attack, so we have more damage, especially on the normal attacks. Then Might gems, and then secondary strike skill gems. And on the third one is I want one defensive gem, or if you don't have extra defensive gem, I want at least another health gem here, and then of course combination of the might and the secondary. Now on your Attila, I want it more defensive, so more troop capacity here. Then since I was using all might on my main heroes or my main damage dealers, I'm using now the all attributes gems here, but you can also use might here if you have extra. Then just normal attacks that will really help Attila to deal damage in a normal attack way. And this lineup actually, not just Attila. Then another combination of those. So here, you can have a choice to at least have one armor gem, or you can also use another attribute gem. Now here, on Rani's side, what I choose is almost mostly like Attila, but I'm just gonna show you this one instead. So if you have Rani, still I want you to get all the health gems here. Then might, if you don't have might gems on Rani anymore, you can use all attributes. Now if you don't have all attributes, you can use armor gems. Now on Rani's side here, you can also use another normal attack gems, but I don't want you to get this one. This is just for Zhao Yun. So normal attack gems will really work. Then you can use another health gem here. As I've said, I only want like 1 or 2 defensive gems, but if you don't have one and you only have like 1 defensive gem, maybe you can get just 1 defensive gem on Rani or maybe on Attila. Then combination of what you have on your armor and your arms here. Now if you're using your Guan Yu, same goes, same build, same gem, same everything. So the only thing is that you need to change your Guan Yu's position or your Attila's position from 2nd to your 3rd slot, because you want to get that warrior sim for your Lu Bu. So that's what you want. So if you're going to use this one, now in like season 5 I think, or season 4, you can get your hands on Timur. I'm not really a Timur fan, to be honest. I'm not really a Timur fan, so honestly speaking, I don't want Timur. But if you are using Timur, this is how it will still look like. You will change your Rani though. If you're using a Rani, you will change your Rani here. But if you're using a Guan Yu, you will change your Guan Yu to your Timur. Now the skills that you want your Timur to be using is not this one, but rather tempered steel. You want tempered steel, number 1 here, and then another critical insight, so that you will have more critical for your Lu Bu. So those are the 2 skills that you want for your Timur. The only thing that you will change on the gems of your Timur is actually your healing gem. So you will have your healing gems here on the armor and also here. But on here on my example, I am using Timur as an archer because I'm not using him anymore on my main march. So here you will have still the cavalry armors and just add on the healing gems on your Timur. Now since I've told you, you're going to use either this one or with Rani for a long time. So you can max out your Lu Bu to 5 stars. You can use universals on your Lu Bu, and maxing out Attila is a really important thing also. If you can max out your Lu Bu and your Attila using your universal legendary hero medals, it will be a really good investment because you're going to use them for a long time. I don't need you guys to be maxing out Timur. You can go for Timur 3 stars, even 1 star is enough, I think. You don't really need to invest on him that much for me, because I want you guys as a free-to-play player to be focused on, let's say, glass cannon builds. That's why I would rather get your Guan Yu Steel and wait for Zhao Yun. Now once your Zhao Yun is available, this is in season 6. So once your Zhao Yun is available, this is how it would look like. You can use this build here, or you can use a different path like this one. You can use your Zhao Yun as the main commander, Lu Bu as the 2nd, and Attila as the 3rd. This is a little bit defensive lineup because of Zhao Yun's commander skill, but this will only be really successful and really good if your Zhao Yun is at max. Now if your Zhao Yun is only at 1 star or 3 stars, I want you to still go this route. Your Zhao Yun as the 3rd, your Attila as the 2nd, and your Lu Bu as the main. So this is how I want you guys to look to do it. Now for the skills of your Zhao Yun, these are the skills that you want. You want your Dragon Manifestation and also your Pain Blood, because this will really give you a lot of skills and will make you tanky in a way. And this will really help your Lu Bu also, and also your secondary strike skill use. So Zhao Yun is really a good one. And then the only thing I want you guys to be changing on the gems though is this one. So you will now have your passive gem, as you can see there. And then I kind of given it a little bit of hybrid gems on it. Like I get 1 healing gem here, and then another passive gem here. So just 1 healing gem and then 3 passive gems. And then instead of all attributes, I used my gems here. That is really how I want you guys to also do it, but it depends on the availability of your gems. you can use this lineup for a very long time. So having your Lubu invested on your legendary hero medals, your universals, and your Attila is really good. Then you can go do also that on your Zhao Yun. Then as I've said, the technique that I want you to do is either go for if Lubu is available in the, for example, it's your first time to get Lubu, you can get at least 60 spins on him so that you can get the 60 you can unlock the chest for the 60 spins. So that I think it's going to be 2 chests that will give you a total of 25 hero medals right away. So just 60 every single time Attila is available in the advent, same as the technique that you did on your Attila and your Lubu. Those are also the things that you can also do for your Zhao Yun. So all of these 3 heroes are like your end game for now for your cavalry warrior heroes, and you can use that technique also on Zhao Yun because all of them are available in the advent wheel. So none of them are MGE heroes. That is why one of the best lineups are the cavalry warriors, because you can get your heroes just in the hero advent. And also another one is that because this heroes here, especially Lubu, is the best damage dealer in the game. And another advantage of having this one is you're going to have a huge advantage when it comes to damage. And having that said, you will get huge points when it comes to events, especially killing events. So you can use this lineup to gain more points through elimination, and getting merits also is good for this march, which will give you as a free-to-play player a lot of advantage when it comes to getting points and doing your quest on each event. And also another thing that is good here, since this is one of the best damage dealers in the game, you can actually battle out or fight players stronger than you. And you can also do another tactics where other players are using, they are using like T1 or T2s that are attacking lower powered player than them and using that. And some of them are using that and attacking players that are on the same power as them and still getting a good exchange when it comes to the elimination rate. So this is actually one of the best lineups as a free-to-play player that you don't really need a lot of investment on to really be good in the battlefield and really enjoy playing the game, especially doing a lot of quests and achieve a lot, especially on the merits that we all know that we need a lot of merits these days. And really, if you invest on this lineup right here, you are never going to go wrong. So if I did leave off something, or maybe I'm missing out on this video or on this guide, please tell me in the comments and I will make sure to address those and also if you have recommendations or suggestions other than what I have said here, you can also leave them down in the comments so that we can help our free-to-play players and new or beginner players in their AoEM journey. And I think that's about it for this video. Please don't forget to give us your like, and also if you're new to the channel, you like this kind of content or this video help out in a way, maybe you can give us love by subscribing and also ring that bell so you will always be notified once we have a new video just for you guys. And as always, squad, this is your Tito Buds, and I will see you in the next one. And hey, click on this video right here for more awesome Tito Buds content. Thanks for watching, you guys, and Tito Buds out.